Hi guys, Mike here, home of New York City's best personal trainer. I shall be talking about shoulders. So now you've seen the banner, follow me. So with shoulders is like, everybody wants to do it, but the question is, should you, okay? If you are not able to do this, there's a problem. That means you're simply too stiff, and shoulder presses will probably cause issues, not just about chest presses. If that is you, do plenty of those, as well as your face pulls at the cable and your J pulls. Secondly, rotation. By that I mean rotator cuff. If you cannot rotate 5% of your incline bench like so let's say, you have a 300-pound bench, you should be doing like some 20, 25, 7%, not 5. Otherwise, your cuff is simply too weak and it will probably go. Since we all, or maybe you, because I'm not really work on computers, I highly recommend you do reverse shrugs every workout. And by every workout, I mean every workout, which is simply a motion where you're pulling down your shoulder blades. So you're not bending the elbow, you work in the lower part of the trapezius. The upper part is developed, most of us, enough. The lower isn't, which leads to that Quasimodo type figure. So that's the first, but let's say that's all of the way. The next problem that occurs is people, because they've seen pumping iron, and who hasn't, they are doing this. Yeah, front raises, bro, gotta do it. No, you don't. You do not need front raises, okay? Your front delt get enough work from pushing, pulling, so on and so forth. What you need is the rear delt. Now, with the dumbbell, it's not so great, to be honest, because it goes from about here to here. So you can sort of mimic it, but I'm not a fan. What you should be doing is do it at the cable. And please, 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 leave your ego at home. I cannot tell you how many people I see loading up the stack, and I'm gonna assume they're well-intended and meaning, and then do this, and they always have a hoodie, by the way, a really sweaty hoodie. I don't know what that's all about, but it's like, yo, that is a sort of jack in the box, I don't know what, but it's not a rear delt fly. The rear delt fly starts about here and moves 8 inches, 24 centimeters for the people in the civilized world. That's it, okay? You should do the rear delt work first. Why? Because otherwise you don't do it. That's one thing. And when you do it last, people think, it's too complicated. Leave me alone, I'm tired. Then people usually move on to side raises, which looks like some sort of, I don't know, albatross on crystal meth about to have a heart attack. If you do sideways with the dumbbells, you start here, you lean forward, you go from here to here. That's it, okay? The shoulder blades do not move. Furthermore, upright rows, guys, they belong in the bodybuilding museum. No more. Instead, V-pull, slight lean forward, like that. That said, for the middle delt, I do prefer cables. It's just a much, much more focused way of working, especially the trifecta. So you start about here, work the bottom, and then, so we don't hit the cable, come till about here, you work the midpoint, and then what's never been done is the contraction. Now people always say, oh Mike, you're always against presses. No, I'm not. I'm all for shoulder presses. What I'm against is crappy shoulder presses. What do I mean by this? Most shoulder presses are really an incline bench, okay? Guy sits here, yo, I got the 80s, bro, I got this. No, you don't. You do not. You don't have anything. You sit back, pull the shoulder blades down, keep them down, and my all-time favorite is the Arons press. So you kind of move out, as Arnold would say, out, and you increase the distance, thereby making it more difficult. And you can double up with some regular presses, never to lock out. If you have the flexibility, you can do the Scott press, where you come forward with the head, come back, forward, back. Those are two great variations. Machines are a great tool. I love banded shoulder presses, such as here, because I can overload the lockout. So I'd start here, and then it's a bit ambitious for train and talk. I might just get it done. And as I fatigue, just now, I can take the band off. The band is about 70. I like to tell people it's 700, but it's not really true. And I can wrap out just with the weight. Or, now I have the luxury of using this. Hey, this is quad machine. No kidding, Einstein. It's also a fabulous standing shoulder press. So we got this just before the Brexit out of the UK, snuck it out. Watson Gym equipment. It's a great machine. So, cliff notes. Shoulder training starts from the back, moves to the front. Power exercises come last. Why? Because if you're injured, because you're too stiff, you can't press anything. Maik out.